after one fun movie and a sequel that felt like sniffing glue in the dumpster behind the arcade.
Too bad you will die.
Comes a reboot that will try to please the biggest fans of the legendary fighting game, Splot.
Throughout history, different cultures all over the world, they reference a great tournament. Look, my research shows that there's realms and species that we didn't even know existed.
Who are you people? Mortal Kombat for the story is like watching Pornhub for the comment section. Mortal Kombat! Dun, 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 dun. Do you want a martial arts flick that takes itself way too seriously? Or do you want a campy B-movie full of winks to the audience? Get over here! Yes, in a film with dramatic scenes where Liu Kang can't stop his cousin from getting sucked off. And goofy scenes where he spams back plus low kick until his opponent rage quits.
That's the only move you know, mate. Ah, no.
Re-enter the world of Mortal Kombat. And when I say world of Mortal Kombat, I mean the sandpit where everyone pre-games before Mortal Kombat actually starts. Because when it comes to the tournament, it will have to wait for the sequel. And even then, screw it. Everything's made up and the points don't matter. And meet a cast full of legit martial artists. Not that you'd ever know it, because it's shot with so many quick cuts, it feels like your game is lagging. Led by the ancient rivalry that the trailer sold you on. Right. Scorpion versus Sub-Zero. Just kidding. They have one fight at the beginning and a quickie at the end.
Just kidding.
Instead, follow along with Cole Young, the Harry Potter of Luke Skywalker's.
I'm an orphan.
It's not a birthmark, Cole.
You won't find this character in your Prima guide, but you will find him getting his ass kicked by everyone. Yeah. He's a washed-up MMA jobber who takes fight advice from a little girl.
Dad, you uppercut!
But when Cole lives up to the legacy of being Scorpion's trust fund kid,
you're a descendant of one of the greatest ninjas to ever walk the earth.
He'll transform from Cole Young, punching bag, to Cole Young, a guy with a tight shirt and some billy clubs? No one tells Scorpion, but I think Stryker may have banged his wife. But Cole's not alone. Test your might and patience against a massive roster of fighters like Liu Kang, Kung Lao, and Raiden, guardians of a secret cult that helps branded people fulfill their potential.
What?
Sonya Blade, a woman? Hey, no girls allowed.
The training areas for the chosen ones. Oh.
Whoops.
Jax, who goes from having nice arms, to no arms, to bad arms, to good arms. Before you can ask, wait, what would his powers be if he never lost his arms? Oh, Shang Tsung, a sorcerer who can't wait to leave Outworld because, I mean, come on, look at it. A bunch of C-listers who are just there to donate blood. The animation team for Mortal Kombat Annihilation. And of course, Kano.
Ah, laser beam! Better than fireballs, you
I don't know if this is a credit to the actor or an insult to the script, but man, Kano is by far the best part of this thing.
Thank you.
Ass you hate to love are Australia's main export. So strap in for a feature-length teaser for a future movie that may one day contain a Mortal Kombat tournament that does a decent enough job of bringing the world to the screen, but refuses to move anything forward or develop any stakes at all.
Death is only another portal.
But who cares? We're just here to watch fatalities without learning the button combos.
That's it.
Movie wins. Adequate victory.
Starring Dom Seeking Sub, Frosty the Ronin.
See my vest, see my vest.
The girl wants the dragon tattoo. The Croc Hunter.
Wants the dragon tattoo.
Welcome to the Scorch. Hey, at least he's not a white guy this time. The Sunken Place. Brim Job. You got a little something on your... No, a little bit lower. No, it's kind of everywhere. It's literally all over your face. For Loco. Clever go. And any excuse to play clips from Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
It's not a birthmark, Cole. It means you've been chosen.
Open your mouth.
Fighting requires attacking and defending, not just throwing punches. You should try it sometime.
We have purposely trained him wrong, as a joke.
Get over here.
Hang in the chains, hang in the chains.
Unreal Tournament.
Unreal Tournament.
Where are all my favorite Mortal Kombat characters? Spawn, Predator, RoboCop, Schwarzenegger? Now that's a sequel worth waiting for.
Now that was great. That was great. That was funny. I like how they incorporated the Kung Pao Enter the Fists little montage in there. Because that movie's hilarious. It's been years since I've seen it, but I just remember watching it like, this is hilarious. But that was funny. This was hilarious. The way that it went about, the way that this setup, the way that this setting that Honest Trailers has created, what Honest Trailer has created with how they do these trailers, it worked almost perfectly for this movie. Because the movie is, you know, again, it's a prelude or a prologue to what we want to see in the next one, which, I mean, they took a chance with doing that, and I think it might work out because it looks like they made some good money, but had a really big drop the second week after it released. So I'm interested to see what happens, but we know that Joe Taslim has signed on for 5 movies in total, so we'll see where that goes. Are they going to do some more? I hope so. Because I do want to see the actual tournament. That's why I really enjoyed from the first movie, which was fun. Like you said, Annihilation is just a travesty. You see some more characters you want to see in live action, which is kind of cool, but like Shiva and stuff like that. But it's one of those movies where it's like, this was just a joke. They didn't even care. But this was hilarious. Now, would it have won against the pitch meeting? Would it have won against a pitch meeting? Let's see.
So, you have a movie for me?
Yes, sir, I do. Mortal Kombat.
Oh, that's that game where you mash a bunch of buttons and then somebody's spine explodes and you need a bit of therapy.
That's the one, sir. So I figure since the game is still super popular, we make a movie about it.
It has been a while since we tried that, so what happens in this thing?
Well, we're gonna start the movie in 1617 Japan, right? And Sub-Zero's gonna show up and kill Scorpion's family.
Oh, extremely rude. Very impolite.
For sure. And so in Chinese, Sub-Zero's gonna be like, hey, I ended your bloodline, you sucker. And Scorpion's gonna be like, I'm Japanese, I have no idea what you're talking about, but let's fight.
Oh boy.
So then they do fight, and Sub-Zero ends up stabbing Scorpion real bad and then leaving.
Oh, bad guys love leaving before making sure their enemy's really dead.
Yeah, and so if he had stuck around, he would have seen that Scorpion was crawling towards his hidden baby and then turns into fire and disappears.
Ah, so the bloodline is still going.
Exactly, and then after that really intense first scene, everything's gonna kind of go downhill from there.
Sure, if we start strong, we'll have people's attention, and we could kind of stop trying story-wise from there on out.
So we're gonna meet this not very good MMA fighter named Cole Young, right?
Oh, I don't remember him from the game.
That makes sense, because I made him up.
Oh, you did?
Well, because this way the audience is gonna have someone to identify with, you know? Someone who's learning the rules of the world at the same time as them.
I mean, there are like 100 Mortal Kombat characters. Can't we just pretend like one of them is learning about this world for the first time?
We could, but instead we're gonna spend a bunch of time developing this guy and his family.
Is that gonna take screen time away from the characters that fans came to see? Oh, most definitely, a ton of it. Well, okay then.
So Cole is actually a descendant of Scorpion, and he has this little dragon birthmark on him, and he keeps seeing flashes of Scorpion when he looks in the mirror.
Okay.
And because of this mark, Sub-Zero's gonna show up and try to kill him.
Oh no.
But then this guy Jax is gonna show up, and he's gonna be like, hey, you gotta go find Sonya Blade, and don't stay with your family, cause dark forces will murder them.
Sounds like solid advice.
It is, and so then Sub-Zero rips off Jax's arms and leaves before making sure he's dead.
So that's like this guy's whole thing.
It is. So then Cole goes to see Sonya Blade, and she has a whole wall of exposition to show him. I mean, she's all equipped for this exposition dump.
So what does Cole learn?
Well, there's this big tournament between a bunch of realms, and this bad guy Shang Tsung wants to kill all the champions before the tournament because he's a big fat cheater.
So what decides who's a champion?
Oh, anyone with a dragon mark is a champion, and either you're born with it or you kill someone who has it.
So if you kill someone who has a mark, you automatically get it.
Exactly. That's what happened with this criminal guy Kano that Sonya captured.
So like if a 95-year-old senile grandpa accidentally runs over a champion, he will then have to fight to defend the Earth realm?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, let me ask you something. Can we make that movie instead?
I kind of worked hard on this one.
Fair enough. So what else happened?
So anyway, Kano knows where this guy Raiden has a temple, so they all head to that general area.
Okay.
And then this guy Liu Kang shows up, and he's like, it's my job to find champions, and I found you guys. I mean, sounds like they're pretty much there. He didn't really do any of the work. Yeah, well, he's gonna take credit for it. Well, good for him. So then this Raiden guy is gonna be like, all right, you all have this thing called Arcana. It's like a superpower. You gotta unlock it, and that'll help you in the tournament. Okay, okay. But Sonya doesn't have a mark, but she still gets to hang out. Oh, he lets her hang out. Raiden sounds like a pretty chill guy. He's not. Oh, okay. So they start training a whole bunch, and Kano, he unlocks a laser beam eyeball. He's real happy about it. How does he manage that? By arguing about egg rolls. What? But then things aren't really working out for Cole because he's the worst. So Raiden is like, all right, you gotta get out of here, Cole. Go back to your family. And he's like, all right, I'm going home now. Bye. But there are still dark forces coming for him because of the mark, right? Yeah, so he goes back to his family. But his whole thing about going was so that they'd be safe. Yeah, he forgot about that part, so he goes back to his family. Well, okay then. But while he's back home, this big monster Goro's gonna be sent to kill him. Oh, I remember Goro. He was like a big boss guy. Gonna be tough to beat him. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, when Cole's family's in danger, that's when he unlocks his superpower. So he defeats Goro, no problem. Oh, no problem. So he becomes Scorpion. Now he gets a cool little outfit made entirely of plot armor. Okay, kind of seemed like you were building up to him becoming Scorpion. Yeah, that may have seemed like a cooler and more logical point to build towards, but instead Cole is gonna transform into Cole with a cooler sweater. Sure, that may as well happen. Anyway, so meanwhile, Kano betrays everybody and lets the bad guys into Raiden's temple. Oh no. So they start kicking everybody's butts, and that Shang Tsung guy grabs this guy Kung Lao. What's he gonna do to him? Well, this one guy's like, oh, he's about to get his soul sucked. Oh, getting your soul sucked is... Nope, don't say it. Oh, getting your soul, please stop. It's just that's kind of my thing. Every meeting I say that something is tight. I know, it's just kind of my catchphrase. I'm gonna feel weird all day if I don't get it out. Yeah, no, I know. It's just sometimes it's random, but sometimes it's kind of gross. So maybe just get that out later when I'm gone. Oh, getting it out later when you're gone is tight. Okay. So then what happens? Well, then Raiden teleports all the good guys to this white void where the bad guys can't go. What? There's a white void where the bad guys can't go? Why didn't they train there? Well, because there's this whole thing where Raiden's not allowed to intervene, but he's intervening now. He is, yeah, okay. So the group is like, listen up guys, we need to fight these bad guys again, but this time, we gotta win. How? What's changed? Well, see, the movie's almost over, so all the good guys are gonna be much better fighters now. Oh, okay, great. Also, that Jax guy had little robot chicken arms, but now he has big robot arms. How did that happen? Magic. Magic gave him robot arms? Magic gave him robot arms, that's right. So then one of the good guys is like, hey Raiden, you can teleport anyone anywhere, right? He can do what? He can teleport anyone anywhere. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna teleport these bad guys to various locations and then we'll fight them. Well, why doesn't he teleport the bad guys into a volcano or to the bottom of the ocean? Okay, so see, that would be an instance where he couldn't intervene, but he can separate them with teleportation so they're defeated in battle. That's right. So does he teleport each bad guy to a different location and have all the champions gang up on that person and just kind of work his way through the line like that? No, see, that's a way he wouldn't be able to intervene. Oh, I'm very unclear on how this guy's allowed to intervene. So what does he do? Well, he sends them all to like 1v1 fights, because that's like the game, kind of. That's like the game, kind of. It is. So then Sonya's gonna defeat Kano and get her superpowers immediately. How come she gets her superpower at the same time as her mark? I don't know. Fair enough. And then Sub-Zero's gonna freeze Cole's family, which is maybe something that people will care about. Maybe. And then Scorpion's gonna show up from hell and he's gonna be like, get over here. What? Did he take English lessons in hell? He took some very specific English lessons in hell, that's right. So then they're gonna have this really cool fight while Cole just assaults his frozen family in the background. What? And then they're gonna team up and manage to defeat him. Oh, wow. And so yeah, that's about it. What do you think? Wait, so a bunch of the big bad guys were killed? They were, yeah. So if we want to make a sequel, we can't use any of those guys. Well, we're gonna say that death is just another portal, so. Oh, so none of this mattered. Yeah, none of this mattered, and we could just keep making more and more and more and more of these. I mean, let's not get crazy. Okay. But what if we did get crazy, though? Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, man, that tight joke is just so funny. It's so funny, but I kind of feel like for this movie, the Honest Trailer might have a leg up in total overall package giving that it gave us. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I think I might have liked the Honest Trailer more. I'm glad I watched them both. Obviously, I watched the Mortal Kombat one like last week, but I like that I watched it after this one with the Honest Trailer together, so I have a better idea of where it's going. I might have to give it to Honest Trailer. Just overall, I feel like I was laughing a lot more during that one. I felt like I was. Let me know in the comments though, which one was I laughing at more? I might have to start doing like a laugh counter or a laugh leveler or something to show, like to have like backup of which one I must have liked more. I think I like the Honest Trailer more compared, you know, to the Pitch Meeting when I put them together. Yes, they are different things. They go about it in different ways. I like how Pitch Meetings can attack movies in a different way that Honest Trailers just can't, but it's also vice versa in a lot of cases. In a lot of cases, they're very similar. But I think I liked Honest Trailers for this movie in particular a little bit more. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Which one do you prefer? Obviously, this was a rewatch for me for Mortal Kombat, but let me know which one you guys prefer between the two if you've seen the Honest Trailer. If this is your first time, awesome. But still, check it out. See the link in the description. Check them out on their channel as well and like those videos for them. If you missed it, we did open up memberships. We have memberships now. You might see that join button down there. A nice little white and blue join button. So we've got that now. If you want to support the channel, you can click on that link and you'll see all the options and tiers available with different perks for each tier. So check that out. I'd love for you to join, and you'll also see a lot of the different perks that I offer the members. While you're still here, check out some of our most popular videos on the channel. You can also see our most recent reaction right over there as well. If you've seen all that, then I will see you guys in the comments and we'll talk about this.